How is it going, guys? Welcome to Fortnite Battle Royale, and today I'm going to be trying something a little bit different. In this video, or episode, I want to make this an episode series of Fortnite minigames. I'm going to be building Duck Hunt, and I'm going to be building step by step for you guys, and yeah, here we go. So as you saw right there, I was just trying to find where the center of the this island is. I loaded up creative mode and I loaded up the block. You can see me counting here, and I do this because I want the main duck hunt thing to be 3 blocks tall per section. I will go into a little bit more detail in that here in a second. Okay. So you see me building out this right here. This is mainly for aesthetics. In fact, this is sheerly for aesthetics. And I'm building a circular top in the dead center of the whole entire map right here. I'm doing this for looks and to make it, or to make this whole entire sniper outpost, if you will, to make it more aesthetic and just better looking. This also, by building this in the dead center, makes it a lot easier for the snipers themselves to get their aim up, to aim. You see me here, I built these stairs here just so it could hold up that circle without having to interfere with how the circle looks. You see me building a bunch of these stairs here for that same sole purpose. So I go ahead through here and just build these circles all the way down and throughout. So guys, I'm just going to go ahead and skip past me, just building all of these little posts here when it comes time. But you see me right here, going behind each opening where there will be a different sniper's outpost. I do this so I can make a transportation system so you can go up and down through the different levels depending on how far the quote-unquote ducks are, if you will. You see me place this right above the other launch pad, and then I realize, oh wait, you can't put another launch pad while editing that. So you see me go right here, building a launch pad off to the side here, and I repeat this pattern all the way to the very top, and it ends up working very nicely. Very easy build, and very worth it. Tons and tons of fun. Alright, so you see me here placing down item spawners. I'm going to be building a what am I saying? I'm going to be building sniper spawners, so you can just easily hop into a game and just have snipers right there for you and your teammates. And the snipers I choose to use are the golden heavy sniper and the purple bolt action sniper. You could challenge yourself more and use like deagles, or make it easier and use the scar. But I decided to just go with classic duck hunt and use sniper rifles. Now that I got all of that placed down, I'm going to go ahead and build up all of these other circles here. I'm going to cut past this part because it's very redundant and it's just building the circles as you see in there. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Okay guys, so I finished up the circles and the individual sniper's nests. I think eventually I'll pan out and show you guys what the final product looks like. But overall, it is 100% worth it of just building those stairs and building them in complete circles for each nest. So right now, the moment most of you guys have been waiting for is building the actual sniper's nest itself. So I start off by building with the normal wood material, but I didn't actually end up liking the look of it. So I built a platform up here, and I'm trying to find a structure with walls that I like the look of. Because with the phone, you can actually copy and paste blocks if you can't build them normally. It takes me a little bit to scroll through and find here, but I eventually do settle on this greenhouse right here. As you can see. So the reason I put this on this pedestal here is because if I, after I use the wall, I can just go ahead and break the very bottom tower piece, and it will just break the whole house down for me. I ended up looking at this and not liking it at all for what I'm trying to do. So as you can see right there in action, it just goes ahead and breaks the whole house down except for a few appliances. Alright, so I throw this down, and I was gonna use the stone. It looked better in this creative menu than it did out of it. So I'm looking for a fun, more of a lighter background. I'm hoping for a white background, and you'll see what I settle on here. I find it very enjoyable, especially after you guys see the finished product. You'll definitely see why I chose this, and in my opinion, it was 100% worth what I was doing. So we got these walls here with these checkerboard middles, and I think those look absolutely amazing, and I would definitely use this again if I was making another duck hunt. Alright guys, I'm just going to go ahead and skip through all of this building here. I build it in 3 block intervals, 6 high, so that's 18 tall, and fill that whole entire thing in. It takes a little while, so I'm just going to go and skip it and meet you guys after I have finished building the outline of this whole entire building. Alright guys, so as you can see, I have finished up this whole entire outline here, and I'm going ahead and filling up every 3 blocks tall off this little white bathroom looking wall and building a platform. So this is the platform you're going, the quote-unquote duck, if you will be running across during the game, and I feel like this is a good time to go through and explain what Duck Hunt is for those of you who don't know. Duck Hunt is a game where you have one person running across an obstacle course field, like this wall you can see me building, and you have snipers trying to snipe you. And while you're the duck, you have to avoid sniper shots, and you have to avoid these obstacles, dodge these obstacles, and it's just tons and tons of fun with you and your friends. You could play this for hours at a time, and it never really gets boring. So guys, right here, I'm going through the settings, which you guys should set. Only thing I change is I make it so you have 1 health, I make the time infinite, make you have infinite ammo. I make it so you cannot destroy block buildings. There is fall damage. Gravity is default. Pickaxe is the same. Down but not out, I turn that off. Glider recoil, turn that off. Building block damage, turn that off. And that's what the settings I decided to go for. I'm gonna say this now. I'm sorry if you guys can't tell, I'm pretty dang sick right now. I actually got my wisdom teeth pulled earlier today. Man, I was doped up. It was really funny. 100 likes on this video, and I will release my ride home video where my mom took a video of me on my ride home after getting my wisdom teeth pulled. It was pretty funny. Here's a hint, guys. I started going on a tangent how Obama took my brain cells. It was really funny, and it's definitely worth 100 likes, guys. But as you see me go through there, I went to the creative menu, and I found this wall of blocks, which I think look really nice, and I started just placing these across the rims so it shows like different difficulty levels. I actually do this for quite a while. This takes about 30 minutes to do every single level. It took such a long time, guys, but it was most definitely worth it in the end. like I did last time, I'm going to go ahead and skip doing this through every single level. I'm going to skip through this. I'm not going to make this super repetitive. And as you can see, I make the bottom white, the second layer a lime green, and the third layer, I'm pretty sure I make it a light blue, fourth purple, the fifth layer is like this super shiny mirror looking silver, and the last layer is just black. As you can see here, I'm placing it down these sections here just so you can hide, so the snipers cannot shoot you, so you can have a little break in between and make your life a lot easier. And repeat this process all the way through the top. So I will cut through and meet you guys there. Alright guys, so I went ahead and finished this up. As you can see, it looks really quite nice. Looks really quite nice in the end. It was definitely worth it. It actually wasn't 30 minutes long. That was a massive exaggeration. It took me about 15 minutes or 10 minutes, I'm not entirely sure. I built the first layer right here. I just use these speed boosts with those sniper cover walls. The first layer is supposed to be easiest. It gets harder and harder as you go up. The second layer I set with these little Tesla traps is what I'm going to call them. And every time you get hit with them, it does 15 damage. So the reason I decided to put the health at 1 is that if you get hit by one, it'll completely kill you and you're out for that round. This was definitely a fun little obstacle course, and I feel like it fits really well for the second stage. Again, guys, or not again, for the first time. Make the obstacle courses your own. Make this mini game your own. I'm just showing you guys ideas of different mini games and how I went about building them. So if you're wondering, this is how I went ahead and did it. For this third layer here, I decided to go with a parkour type thing. I was trying to go for a nostalgia map. I'm going for the Halo Duck Hunt and the Minecraft parkour. I've not played Minecraft in a while, but you see me here testing that if I go on a different team than the one that made it in creative mode, will the traps kill you? But since I'm in creative mode, that trap does not kill me, but once you're in the normal game, the trap will indeed kill you if you're on a different team than the one that placed in creative. So, loading back in here. So the objective here for me was to build tons of traps here, and to go ahead and make a parkour over them. So if you fell off the parkour, you get killed by a trap. And I'm gonna let you guys know, in the end, after doing lots of testing, the traps do indeed kill you, and it works just the way you'd want it to. See me going right here. So when you have these blocks out, when you're copying them, you want to press the V button, the V key on your keyboard, to make the grid, what's it called? The grid snap. I make it 4 because it takes blocks and puts them into floor 4. It takes one average Fortnite block and splits it up into 4 sections. That's what the grid snap means. So 8 would split it up into 8 sections, and 4 is just much easier for what I was trying to do here. So, yep. Alright, so after finishing up this parkour, I decided, after testing out this parkour, I decided that it was taking a while to build, and it was actually getting pretty dang difficult for just the third level. So I was like, how do I want to finish this off? So I end up placing a jump pad right here, and at the very end of this video, you'll see I do make changes because it is a little bit glitchy in the normal game mode. Basically what I end up doing is adding more floors, Here, this is me just running through the parkour here. But that jump right there is very buggy, so I ended up adding a floor behind that jump pad, the second one I just placed, because sometimes it'll just stop you out of midair. And you'd hit the roof and it would just launch you into a trap, and it was kind of luck to get past, and I was not going for a luck-based game mode or minigame. I was going for a complete skill-based, and it was definitely worth doing testing, guys. If you just went straight into it, it would take a long time. I definitely had to change a lot of things. So also with this last little bit right here on this jump pad, or the speed boost, sorry, when I hit this speed boost, normally in the normal game, what would happen is only launch you one block far. So I actually ended up placing a floor behind that as well, and placing three speed boosts every other block. Like I said, this might be a little confusing, me trying to explain it. I'm kind of confusing myself, to be honest, but guys, you'll see that at the end here. And I'm gonna go ahead and be quiet and let the music fill you guys up. Alright, so I finished up the parkour. It looked really flippin' sweet. And for this fourth stage, I wanted to do something more difficult, but I didn't want to repeat myself and do another parkour. I kind of wanted everything to be individual to its own little stage. So if I did a parkour in one, I don't want to repeat that. And honestly, like I said, make it your own. It's 100% personal preference. As you can see for this ice block, I had to end up destroying those 4 little side blocks just because you could completely skip the ice pad. So at first I was placing these Tesla things because I thought the ice would make it pretty difficult, but actually it didn't change at all, and it was extremely easy. And I accidentally killed myself, I think twice or 3 times trying to get this done. I kept forgetting I have, yeah, see, there's another time I killed myself. I accidentally cut and pasted it extremely quickly and ended up killing myself. It took me forever, but I finally figured out how to delete it. Yeah, so I placed these 2 ice blocks. I thought it would make you even more slippery, but it doesn't really do anything. I kept them anyway just for aesthetic purposes. And, yeah, buddy. So I ended up going with this kind of like, there's holes in the ground type of map. So the goal is to have the ice on your feet while you're trying to jump through these obstacles. And as you can see here, it worked out very well and it was extremely fun. As you can see, there's wood glitching through these yellow pieces, so I ended up having to delete all that hard work. But guys, such is life. It was tons and tons of fun build, guys. Like I said, I cannot recommend this enough. If you guys are enjoying this video so far and you'd like to see more minigame tutorials, go ahead and write down in the comment section, first off, what video game you'd like to see, and go ahead and like this video and subscribe for more. So after testing through, I noticed that you actually ran out of the ice thing like halfway through, so I just added an excess amount just in case someone felt like stopping. And let me tell you guys, it may not look too challenging because of the sped up video. This was pretty tough. I got lucky and first tried it, well, almost first tried it, and with that I was finished with the 4th stage. On to the 5th stage here, guys. I decided to go ahead and it was really difficult to try to increase the difficulty but not make it too insanely hard. So what I ended up doing was taking grapplers and putting these little chandeliers, if you will. They're not chandeliers, but couldn't find a better word for lack of a better term, chandeliers. And the goal is to use these grapplers and to stay in midair without hitting the floor, and I was going to place traps on the floor. This worked out pretty well. It was definitely challenging. If you hit your head incorrectly or grapple too closely to the ground, you actually couldn't keep yourself up. As you can see right there, it is possible to keep yourself up. And I thought, holy moly, guacamole. It's actually guacamole, guys. It's just doing it for the video. No, but I'm placing an item spawner here with the grappling hooks. And instead of placing traps in every single on every single floor, I placed it on every other floor. I know I said I didn't want this to be luck based, but if you're skillful enough, you won't even touch the floor. I just kind of wanted to make it a little bit more possible. This one was a lot easier to make, and this one was actually really surprisingly fun. I say surprisingly, I thought it was just going to be really not too much fun, but it was actually pretty fun. On to stage 6. Hit him with a take the L for absolutely important reasons. You guys definitely need to do that. But on to stage 6. So for stage 7, what I ended up doing is I didn't build an obstacle course. I wanted a way to go ahead and end this game like more than just reaching the end and haha, game over. I actually made it so the duck has to grab a sniper and snipe the snipers before they get killed. That was completely a mouthful and completely redundant, but trust me on this one, guys. After playing this for a little bit, it was tons and tons of fun, and yeah. I ended up going with the same options here. I go with the heavy sniper and the purple bolt action. So after a while, I finally ended up realizing that I placed the bolt action sniper or the sniper rifles on the wrong side. You actually finish off on the opposite side here. Alright guys, so this is when I realized that the parkour actually didn't work. So I went ahead, hopped into creative mode, and tried to find a fix for it. So what I ended up doing is placing, like I said previously, I just placed walls or floors before that, and I tried to figure out what worked. I died several times doing this, cut off several failed attempts, but I realized if you actually jump into the first booster, it'll actually launch you over a block and onto the next one. And guys, with that, hit you guys with the panoramic view. It was tons and tons of fun to make. Feel free to like, subscribe, and comment down below for more content. I will be posting a video of me and my friends playing this, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.